Welcome back to the Nebraska Prep Zone podcast. I'm Stu Pospisil. Mike Patterson is back from some hockey duty. And Mike, we're going to talk the review of the state basketball tourney. I really did miss you these last 2 days.
Yeah, this was that one weekend when I really needed to be cloned, also covering UNO hockey, which went Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So yeah, I wasn't there for the last 2 days of the boys tournament for the first time in, 20 years or so?
Something like that.
But still a great tournament. I was following from afar.
Let me shake your hand right now. Yes, he wins again, our semi-annual prediction contest.
Yeah.
4-3. And he had the 4.
6 in a row, baby.
So 6 in a row. Got to break that streak somehow. Come on, football.
That was a close one this year, and I think really the game that turned it was Class C1 when Auburn knocked out Wahoo on that first day. I mean, the Warriors had a great season, and I think everybody thought they were going to make, if not win it, at least make a deep run. And Jim Weeks' team knocked them out. So kudos to again Auburn. They're the team that people don't really want to play down there just because they play that different style, and they always step it up at state.
Well, and you looked at it, and Wahoo beat the defending champion Ashland Greenwood by 24 points or 22 points in the sub-district. Ashland Greenwood wins the whole thing,
right.
And we'll get to that in a minute, but Ashland had a tremendous defensive effort down at state, record setting.
Yeah, what they did to Auburn in that final was unexpected, that it was just so lopsided like that.
I'm glad you watched that one. I mean, at least you could continue to rub it in. But we'll start with the week that was, and Bellevue West, 29-0, fourth undefeated state champion, Mike, since they're starting in 1960. Omaha South 60, Millard South 89, Omaha Central 2012, and now the Thunderbirds 11 years later.
Talked about them all season long, Stu. They answered every challenge. The only really close call they had was against Westside, that late season game, but Doug Woodard's squad was just head and shoulders, seemed to be above everybody else, and they stepped it up even another notch down at state. So congratulations to the Thunderbirds, great unbeaten season.
Undefeated at state, their winning margin was 78 points total. All-time record for Class A, 26 points a game. They beat Westside by 33 in the semifinal, and then they took care of Millard North 64-41 in the state final. And really, Bellevue West kind of struggled at the start, but they were up 9-1 after the first quarter. And it took Millard North forever to get a basket against that defense.
Again, great effort by the T-Birds, and we mentioned Coach Woodard. I'm sure you want to talk about Doug a little bit.
Doug, after the game, kind of had it set up, said, I'm retiring at 65, or coming up on 65. He'll step down as Dean of Students too at Bellevue West, but a record really in the Parthenon of coaches in Class A. 6 state titles, 7 overall, counting the one at your alma mater back in the 90s, Omaha Roncalli. More than 650 wins. Happy retirement to you, Doug. And I know with the 13 grandkids you got coming up, you're not going to be leaving a gym. You're just going to have a different seat.
Yeah. Just one note on Coach Woodard and Tim Cannon, who retired last year for Millard North. It was always tough watching those two teams play because those two coaches, so much respect for both of them. Not just great coaches, but really nice guys. So,
amen.
Doug, best of luck in retirement. And like Stu said, you're going to be busy with your grandkids, and I'm sure we'll still see you at the gymnasiums.
Oh, yeah, across the way. So, Class B. Omaha Scott returned to the throne, defeated game Platteview Trojan team 57-50. Connor Milliken, unfortunately, picked up his 4th and 5th fouls in the 4th quarter, sat the last 3 minutes with the Trojans down just 2. They could have used him out there. Foul, you can go either way on whether it was a foul or not, but it was called. They accepted it. They took it in stride, and Connor's been class all the way, ends up number 2 all-time in scoring, number 1 in Class B, 2,600 plus points. Couldn't catch the late Bill Holiday, but it's the closest anybody's come in 63 years.
Wow. Congratulations to Kyle Juergens, the Scott coach. Skyhawks had a couple of close calls down there at state. Crete, was that the team that almost got them?
Yep, in the semis.
And Platteview played them really tough, and like you said, great end of the career for Connor Milliken, and best of luck to him going on to, is it Dort College?
Dort, yep, up in northwestern Iowa, and his brother's playing football up there, so I think that was one of the reasons that he chose that, maybe than waiting for a Division I offer during the season. Must have a real good connection up there with the campus and that. Mm-hmm. Best of wishes to him. And then we go to C1, and as I mentioned, Ashland Greenwood allowed 72 points in 3 state tournament games, and that's the best going back into the 1940s for any state champion to allow that few points. They had record winning margins there. In C2, Freeman, fewest points allowed by a C2 champion.
Yeah, just impressive by AG, and like I said, I thought Auburn was going to be able to stay with them, Jim Week's squad, but boy, it was just all Ashland Greenwood really from the start there, and they just continued to pull away, so congratulations on that repeat, right?
Right. And then, as I said, Freeman with Carter Ruzzi and Talon Vetrovsky rolled through Class C2, and then we go to D1, where Johnson Brock, who I did not, of the 6 champions, I did not have them in the preseason rankings, but they played well, took out the defending champion North Platte St. Pat's in the final. That could have been my tie.
Johnson Brock, didn't they have a big lead, say in the 4th quarter?
Yeah, they did.
And St. Pat's really made a run at them. I think they got within 2 points, but just
and had the ball
and couldn't get over that hump.
Had a turnover in the lane. Johnson Brock read it really well, and then Lincoln Parkview Christian repeats in Class D2, the late game of the night. They were down to Wynot. They had given up 20 in the first quarter and then gave up like 8 in the middle 2 quarters, and then Wynot got hot again. And but Parkview held them off, and so the Patriots of Parkview again are your D2 champions.
Right. Nice job by Parkview. And say something about Wynot. They got both their boys and girls teams down to state. They're regulars for sure in girls.
Well, they were both in state finals.
Right.
So they have bookend state runner-up trophies.
The boys lost by, was it 3 points? The girls lost, I believe,
by
to
1.
Sacred Heart. 1 point? Boy, that's close to 2 titles there.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
well, Mike, we are working on our all-state teams as this goes out. We'll discuss those in a couple weeks. We are due to have those not this coming Sunday, but the Sunday after that. So look forward to seeing who makes our All-Nebraska 5s. And until then, we will see you the next time on the Nebraska Prep Zone podcast.